how the game works. In a moment, we're going to invite a contestant from the audience up here to be on stage as our contestant for one of our 2 rounds tonight. I'll do a short little interview with them. Afterwards, the members of our comedians panel will get to ask them a follow-up question. And then, after that, they will have to guess how the contestant answered 3 questions before the show about their life. To help me get this show going, I need my panel of comedians, so let's give it up to Dimitri, Davey, and Sam from Laugh Chance. Let's give it up. And my co-host, Alan. Hey, let's give it up for Alan. This is an interactive show, so we invite you to tweet to @best3questions during the show. We're going to give a chance for you guys to play along as contestants along with these guys right here, and we are awarding prizes for the best tweets of the night, so get your thumbs ready. All right, first off, we need to find out who's playing in our first round, Alan.
Oh yes, our first contestant, her name is Shannon, and she has a pet bird.
Shannon! Let's give it up for Shannon, everybody! So you have a pet bird.
Yeah.
Tell me about this bird.
I got him because I wanted a little friend, but it turns out he's really mean.
Oh, what kind of bird?
He's a cockatiel.
Cockatiels can be temperamental.
Yeah.
Is this your first pet?
Yeah, first pet. I got him 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a pet growing up?
No.
You never had a pet growing up? Was that a reason your parents didn't want you to have a pet?
It's because I was allergic, and in the process of getting this pet, I remembered, oh wait, I should be allergic, but got him anyway, and it's actually been fine. So I see it as like this miracle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Do you think this bird is a gateway animal drug to cats or dogs in the future?
No.
And do you think this is the last pet you'll ever have?
Yeah, they live for 25 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll have the... Excellent. Did I ask what the name of the...
Oh, his name's Cosmo.
Cosmo. Where did you come up with that name?
I was looking on Craigslist for pet birds, and someone else's bird was named Cosmo, and so I just snatched it and put him onto my bird.
I didn't know you could go on Craigslist to get baby names, but apparently that's a section I wasn't aware of. Yeah. Jobs, meeting people, baby names. Actually, it's a good idea. Okay, somebody in the audience start that. All right, so you have your first pet. Do you have roommates besides this pet? Or is it...
I do have 2 roommates.
They're
new.
The roommates are new?
Yeah, I just moved in a few weeks ago.
And how do they feel about the bird?
Oh, they didn't let the bird come, so the bird lives at my mom's house.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How does your mom feel about this bird?
I thought she felt neutral, but it turns out she feels great. She plays piano to the bird every morning. I know! It's so cute.
I love that.
It's adorable.
That's good. So your mom kind of has a grandbird.
A grandbird. She calls it her grandbird.
Yeah, I have cats and no children, and my mom calls them her grandcats. Yeah. But you study like that.
Yep, and then she calls me, my mom calls me the bird's mom, and I feel very awkward every time she says that.
You're the baby's mama.
I guess so.
Now we want to know who the baby's dad. No, okay. Anyway, so you've got Cosmo. Do you go to school, or what do you do for a living?
I am a full-time student. I'm getting my MFA at Cal State Long Beach for photography.
Wow, a master's in photography.
Yeah.
Do you have, what are your aspirations with this degree?
I want to be a professor. So I want to teach photo and be a fine artist. So meaning like working in the gallery.
Okay.
Work the system in the galleries.
Right. Yeah. So you don't want to be a teacher right away. You'd like to explore gallery work.
I want to do both simultaneously. So I want my main job to be professor and do my own art on the side.
Cool. Do you, what age range of students would you like to teach photography and fine art to?
College students.
No elementary, junior high, high school? Or?
No, I tried. I was a high school teacher for 1 semester, and it was the worst semester of my life, and I think it gave me like intestinal issues to the point where now I can't eat most things. And so yeah, no, the older students.
Wow. Okay, then 2 final questions. What grade were the students that tormented you to?
They were high school seniors, and I had 175 of them, like 35 students at a time.
Oh, okay, okay.
five periods, 35 at a time, back to back. It was literally the worst 4 months of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the final question, what's one food you really, really miss because of these frickin' high school kids?
I miss a lot of foods. Probably the biggest one would be, pie. Like, I loved making pies, and now...
You can't eat pie?
Yeah, no. Like, send me into a coma.
This is the saddest contestant. No, you're not sad. I mean, I'm sad. I'm sorry. This is the saddest moment, but this is what the show is about.
You feel compassion for me, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love pies?
I know, and I make really good pie. Like, I used to hand make the crust and stuff like that. So
do we have to go on?
You make the pies, but you can't eat them?
Well, I used to. Like, he said, what is the food you miss the most? So
yeah. Okay.
Pie.
Wow. All right.
I mean, sometimes I'll still make pies for friends just because I like the process of making pie. It's very therapeutic. But I can't eat it. I mean, I sneak bites here and there, and then I feel guilty. Yeah.
All right. If that's okay, that was a follow-up question, just to move things along. Sam, do you have a follow-up question or your own question?
Yeah, I do. One is kind of just a question about what's already happened. You said you were allergic to pets when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Is that all encompassing? All pets? You couldn't have any pets when you were growing up. You were allergic to every pet.
You know, I guess I was only allergic to cats and dogs, and I never really thought about going to the realms of, you know, like iguana and then fish. I did have a few fish growing up. I guess I've forgotten about them, so they weren't very important.
Yeah, I'm allergic to fish myself.
Yeah. So yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
I was allergic to all the non-forgivable pets.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Baby.
I don't know. I want to touch on the artist thing. Who's your favorite artist or piece of art?
My favorite photographer, I have 2. One is Uda Barth, and the other is Nigel Chaffron. Yeah. Yeah.
Good question.
Davey, you were not prepared.
I was hoping I'd know one. How much do you learn?
Yeah, Jack Kirby, maybe.
So we can learn a little bit here. Can you explain what it is about either of those photographers that you love their...
Yeah. Okay, so Uda Barth, she takes these photos that people would say are just blurry, but really, if I was to photograph you, usually people would put you in focus, but she says that she's photographing this space in between, and so she's like looking at perception. So her photos are blurry because they're a photo of this, not of that. So now you can all go look up Uda Barth and see these blurry, you know, fields of color, and it's exciting. So that's Uda Barth, and then Nigel Chaffron photographs a lot of daily rhythms, and yeah, he does these studies on the daily. So he photographs his dishes drying like for months and months at a time, meaning like every day he photographs his dishes in the dish rack, or he'll photograph his wife on the phone every time he sees her on the phone for like 10 years. So he does these like really mundane studies of life.
Like a sophisticated vlogger on YouTube, it sounds like.
Yeah,
Wow.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, you totally get it.
You'd be good for Instagram.
Yeah, cool. Well, excellent. Now, before we start to get to the questions. Yeah, we kind of
Lauren
started.
counted my
Go ahead. If you have a question, go ahead. I'll please, I invite you to.
How old are you? How old do you feel in your soul? Both questions.
Okay. My birthday is coming up November 29th, and I will be 28.
But when's your soul?
So I'm 27.
Okay.
And thanks for asking about the soul thing. I'd say I feel 32.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, excellent. Now that we've given the chance for you guys in the audience and our panel of comedians to get to know Shannon a little bit more, we have 3 questions that we asked Shannon before the show. Actually, Alan did. Neither of us know what the answers to the questions. But now's the chance for the panel of comedians to try to see if they can figure out the psyche of Shannon. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our sponsor. We actually have a sponsor for tonight's show. Kling and Potok, LLP, Certified Public Accountants. Okay. Alan, what is our first question?
And by the way, again, if you have a smartphone and a Twitter account, you can play along with us at best3 questions. Okay, so the first question that we're going to ask of Shannon is question number 1.
Question number 1. Okay, so the question that we posed to Shannon is, what is your father's occupation?
Okay, so comedians, please, on one of the cards there, write down what you think Shannon's father's occupation is.
That's why you're doing
And
that.
are we writing it in first person or third person?
Well, you're just
It should
writing.
just be a word.
I don't think it matters.
You're just writing the what you think how she answered the question. That's just the weirdest.
It's a question.
We did not plan for that. I feel like, yeah.
So if you tweet it, I don't know if I see only a phone in a camera position.
If
that's
Can you
okay,
share your
I'll
account?
keep the
But just pass it along.
All right, David, you have yours?
Yeah, dude.
So I'm going to take a stab at this question while we're getting the answers from them. I feel like your father's occupation is in art somehow, art or literature, and I feel like he wears glasses at the end of his nose and wears a V-neck cardigan, a gray one. Why am I turning into a psychic now? I'm just trying to answer the question. So my guess is your father is an artist. That's just what I thought. No,
Don't answer that.
Don't answer that. Okay. So Alan's writing down other possible choices. Let me ask just one of the panelists, Dimitri. What is your father's occupation?
He is a police officer.
Police officer.
Yeah.
Anything you ever wanted to get into yourself, or?
No, not really.
Okay. Is it true that police officers normally don't live in the district that they patrol?
They're supposed to, I think. I mean, they're like, it's recommended that you know the people and it's part of the community.
Right.
But I don't think most do. Just like any other job, I think it's just you find the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have a sweet mustache?
He had a sweet mustache, and then over time he shaved a little bit off. Like over the course of like 6 months, he would shave a little bit off until suddenly I didn't realize he didn't have a mustache for like a year. And so he doesn't have a mustache anymore. I don't know when he started.
At one point, did he have like the little teeny thin, like, hello there, see? I'm gonna rescue you.
No, well,
see?
he shaved it in depth. He didn't like do little art designs.
Oh, okay.
It was the depth of the mustache.
Okay, great. All right, thank you. Excellent. All right, so
yes.
Alan. So Alan's going to hold up now, and let me back up so I can see these two.
So here are the 4 choices that we get to choose from. Shannon's father is retired, a sculptor, a CEO, or a teacher. All right, so those are our.
So now we're going to go down to the to our panel of comedians, and then audience tweet.
Oh no, you'll just ask them what they think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, we're still working on it.
Apparently, no one's participating.
Okay, great. Okay, so Dimitri, out of these 4 choices, what do you think is Shannon's father's occupation?
Well, I'm going to say it's not retired because I don't know, a weird occupation to have. Teacher, I would say, and that led her to obviously follow teaching in her father's path, and then you didn't like teaching and you let your father down, and now he's disappointed in you.
All right, more than we wanted to know, but thank you. Sam.
Yeah, I'm going to go teacher as well. And if I may, maybe to explain why, well, first of all, you also taught as well, so there's a little lineage going on. But also, could I discredit some of the other in response to why I'm picking teacher? For instance, CEO, that's vague. I don't think that's and then sculptor, typical. And then retired, I don't think that's an answer to where you work.
Okay, David.
Unemployed with that?
Okay, I'm actually gonna go retired because that's what they're doing.
You know?
What's their occupation? They're occupying.
Parents.
Just put like unemployed.
Yeah.
Or like
Retired, because
No, you
the
don't
money
put
comes
unemployed.
from. Yeah, because it comes from unemployment. It just comes from their retirement fund.
Okay, so you're saying retired.
Retired.
And our audience is a collective whole, or on the count of three, why don't you shout out your answer and we'll just take the one we hear the most of. 1, 2, 3.
Teacher.
Teacher.
So, wow, so I hear a resounding teacher from Dimitri, from Sam, and the audience. Shannon, what is your father's occupation?
He's a CEO.
He's a CEO!
Oh! What?
You know me. You know me.
No. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, all right.
I
So we'll
chose
move on to
retired.
question 2.
Question number 2 that we asked Shannon was number 6.
Number 6, okay. So we asked Shannon before the show, what Disneyland ride describes you best? So for the panel of comedians, what Disneyland ride describes Shannon best?
I want to flip around and write it.
Alan,
How tall
what
are you?
Disneyland ride describes you best?
Oh, what Disneyland describes me best? It would have to be Alice in Wonderland.
Why is that?
Because I'm just on this hallucinogenic journey that we like.
Are you high right now?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, interesting.
No, I'm curing my glaucoma right now.
Okay, good. All right. Do you want to click?
Yes,
now?
I'll click,
Can
yeah.
you see where you're going? Do we need someone to help you?
All right.
Okay.
I'm not really.
You got yours?
All right. So he's collecting the answers. Sam.
Yes.
What Disneyland ride would you say describes you best?
Maybe waiting in line.
All right, I'll take
Well,
that.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with the little train that goes around.
Right.
Because I hate Disneyland.
Right.
So maybe the train could take me out of Disneyland, possibly, or in general, I don't have to really experience all the crowds, which is the biggest thing that I hate. I would be away from them.
Well, that's your nightmare because the train doesn't ever leave Disneyland. It just goes in circles.
it's just the hope, right? That maybe the rails will break off and all the
The train's been there since '55. It's not going anywhere except around and round.
time's taking its toll.
On you. What's your soul's age? 90?
I feel like maybe it's. I would go like 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So Alan looks like he's ready to go. So the
Yes.
question was, what Disneyland ride describes
All
Shannon
right, panel. Did Shannon say Small World, Space Mountain, Tom Sawyer Island, or Midway Mania?
Okay, we're gonna start with Davey. Davey, which answer do you think?
Oh, I'm gonna go Midway Mania because I know Sam hates Disneyland, so I don't think he would even know what that is. And I don't know how many times Dimitri's been to Disneyland,
I don't even know.
so I'm gonna go with that one because I don't feel like either of them would choose it.
You feel like that's the right answer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sam.
I think that you are a very playful person, and that you don't want to be confined by, what does the ride tell me how to ride my course. So Tom Sawyer, you get to do whatever you want there, right? It's a playful, creative atmosphere. You can play tag, hide and go seek. You can play like cops and robbers there. That's a very interactive, creative game. So Tom Sawyer Island, I'm gonna go with that.
So the only thing you know about Disneyland is from what you've seen from those 1970 era repeats.
I have been dragged there many times.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, and Dimitri.
Okay, so I'm not going the whole hide and seek thing,
Right.
Because she owns a bird, and you need friends to play hide and seek. So we're gonna go.
Oh, wow.
What? People don't own birds. Birds should be free. It's not Small World because you're like 5'8". Right? 5'8",
10.
5'10". That's even worse.
What is wrong with you?
No,
I
come
like
on.
you too.
Okay, so it's not Small World. So we're gonna go with Space Mountain. Is what I'm gonna go with.
Any way you want to put her down by no, don't.
No.
Because it's a lovely and beautiful ride.
Jesus. There's just lies now.
There's
It's all in the dark. So.
Your prize is a free therapy session.
Perfect.
So great. Audience, all right, on the count of 3, make your answer. 1, 2, 3.
Island.
Small World. I heard
I think
Small World.
I heard Tom Sawyer. So.
I heard small world.
Okay.
Small world.
Who's up?
It was.
You're just going by the loudest person.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Small World from the audience, Midway Mania from Davey. Sam says Tom Sawyer Island. Dimitri says Space Mountain. Only one of you is going to be correct. Which one is correct?
Oh,
Shannon?
that's
Yeah,
my
sorry.
turn. Well, the clue was that my bird's name is Cosmo. Space Mountain!
I was right about everything.
So, do you want to explain real quick why Space Mountain?
I love the stars. That's why my bird's name is Cosmo. Cosmos. Yep.
Have you seen Interstellar?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, anyway, I digress. So, it's a space movie if you don't know. It's amazing. All right, Dimitri, you won that round, so you have the chance for a 4-second plug. You can plug your MySpace page, your AOL account, your IM feed. So, 4 seconds, begin.
Okay, go to Laugh Chance's Facebook page. This is how you spell it.
Great, thank you.
All right.
All right, excellent. We've got Dimitri on the board with 1 point, and Shannon with $1 billion. All right, last question.
Yes, last question is question 7.
Question 7. If Shannon had a superpower, what would it be? All right, everybody, if Shannon had a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, when you guys said pizza port, thank you. That's
That was your guess? If you think Shannon
GWA trained Aiken
said
Who is that?
pizza port?
Right.
Interesting.
Thanks for playing along.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, don't forget them. They took the time.
I know. Well,
Okay, so if I had a superpower, my superpower, I feel like I've had one since childhood, being invisibility. I don't know how to turn it off sometimes. Oh my God. But that's just, yeah. Did I say that out loud? Thank you. I answered the question. Davey, if you had a superpower, your own superpower, which one would you want to have?
I have thought long and hard about this one. And it's very simple. Teleportation. That way, A, I don't really have to save the world because it's a useless power to save anyone. But B, I don't have to worry about insurance or gas. I save so much money!
Yay!
I've literally years thinking
You're
about
like a
this
walking Geico commercial. Interesting.
but no insurance.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Sam.
the intro to X-Men 2? I mean, Nightcrawler literally kicks ass that whole intro.
Yeah, so to say that you are absolved of all responsibility by having teleportation.
I can't fight though. There's no reason.
Well, that would.
Oh, so you're
It doesn't
using
matter what power you
teleportation
have.
to escape, basically, to get away.
Yeah, pretty
Okay. All right. We learned so much here on the show. Alan is ready.
Yes,
so,
I'm
So
ready.
the question is, if Shannon had a superpower, what would it be?
Okay, the 4 choices here are mind reading,
You gotta
telekinesis, flying, and killing Dimitri.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the answers.
Wow.
I
All right.
know.
So let's start with Dimitri. If Shannon had a superpower, try not to say anything negative about our
It'd be weird
contestant.
if she wrote "Kill Dimitri" in the beginning of the show, knowing that I would piss her off.
Now it wouldn't be weird.
Now it wouldn't
Yeah.
be weird. Probably mind reading.
Mind reading? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Sam.
I'm gonna go telekinesis.
Telekinesis?
Yeah, I think that mind reading is a little bit too much of a burden, essentially.
Okay.
Just because, invading people's space, that's a lot to handle, a lot of responsibility. And I think it's too much. And I think telekinesis has a very, very practical use.
Got it. Okay, telekinesis. Davey, how about you?
I want to go with mind reading.
Mind reading, another mind reading?
Kind of like, her 2 favorite artists. It's all about perceiving the mind and how the mind works.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Now he's going to teleport himself out of here. I touched the girl. Okay, audience, on the count of 3, what's your guess? 1, 2, 3.
Flying.
Flying. A resounding flying. And did we get any tweets?
Oh yeah, we did. Turn into space.
Turn into
Oh, I
space?
I have no
Yes.
idea what that means.
Maybe that's from the last
I know.
If only.
Cosmo.
Yeah. And then photographic memory.
And photographic
from,
memory, okay.
From Cruz Castillo.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Excellent. All right.
GW Trade Aiken gave us a turn into space.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. So, Shannon, it's time to reveal your third and final answer. If you had a superpower, which one would it be?
Flying!
The audience.
The audience knows me.
The audience. Excellent. Now,
I wrote flying.
Come on, guys.
I wrote flying, and I thought it wasn't it because I thought it was mine.
Me too.
So.
He duped you.
Yeah, so you can
we
think
got
alike. All right, so audience, one of you gets a 4-second plug. Anybody have something? They just raise your hand, and I'll give you a chance for a 4-second plug for a show, a TV show you watch, your website. Anyone?
I have a nonprofit I work with.
Yes. Go ahead. 4 seconds.
It's called Youth Leadership America, and we work to foster leadership skills in high school students in the Orange County area. Check it out, ylamerica.org.
Thank you. Let's give our audience member Shannon a round of applause. A $10 gift card to Starbucks.
Yeah!